Today was the French paper, and it's all over now, and I think everybody would agree that it was quite a student-friendly paper, which means that if you had seen past papers, it followed exactly the same technique, it followed exactly the same format. So if we go through the reading comprehensions very, very quickly, both reading comprehensions were topical, which I think is really important, because the vocab, students would have been quite familiar with it. The first text was about a girl who was sick and tired listening to criticism about her area and about the young people that live in her area. So it was kind of linking to social problems as well. And everybody would have done the area, everybody would have done social problems. So in itself, the text was a good text to read. Everybody would have been able to go through that. Now, in terms of the questions that came up, the usual type of question, the cut and paste, the multiple choice, the grammar question, which was the present participle. Now, there is a but, okay? And the but, if you look again at the paper, is question 5A, which was find the word that means works done to find new knowledge. It's incredibly awkward in the way it's phrased. I had to read it about twice or three times to actually get it. So that, I think, could have put off a few students. And it's purely the way it's phrased that, you know, is a bit unfortunate. Now, when it comes to the second reading comprehension text, this is about a guy, a 20-year-old guy, who does not want to go to college. And he's kind of lost, doesn't want to be like his dad. And again, in terms of topic, it's absolutely relevant, it's absolutely topical. So students wouldn't really have had a problem understanding the text. Now, was there difficulties or challenges in the text? There was 3 reformulation sentence questions, 2 of which were really, really nice, because you had to go from my to his, okay? And the second was exactly the same thing. Now, question 5B, which at least was the very last question, so it wouldn't have upset too many people. Question 5B was the infamous pronoun reformulation. And yes, a lot of people might have made a mistake, but remember that even if you get your pronoun wrong, it's only -1, okay? So it's nothing dramatic. Now, so that's the comprehensions out of the way, okay? I think most people would have been happy with them. We now move into the productive writing. What's interesting this year is that the productive writing, all the questions are actually quite open, okay? So that you can really, once you interpret the question, you can go off with whatever you've learned about the topic. So that was quite nice. Now, if we take the compulsory question, question 1A was, do you believe that the media give a false image of young people? So what image does the media give? It gives the image that young people are disrespectful, always on their phone, don't read enough. Is that a false image? And that's more or less what you are discussing. So the only difficulty there was to find a clear structure. So you needed to take a bit of time. Now, the second possibility was, what is the importance of having cultural interests? And if you read the very first line, you had Billy speaks about her cultural interests, such as cinema, rap music. So that already gave you a clue that cinema, music, museums, reading, all of this was absolutely fine. Now, the storytelling, a little bit simple in a way, which might not have suited everybody. You've received a big sum of money for your 18th birthday. Narrate what you did with the money. So there's no kind of storytelling, you know, something happened or that type of thing. So I'd say most people would have gone for A or B. Now, as you come to question 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, You've got the diary, which was absolutely lovely this year, okay? Your cousin is going to live with you and you're being asked to share your bedroom. What do you write in your diary? You are either angry or you're delighted. So the mood is your choice. So that was absolutely very, very approachable for everybody. Question 3, the email. So the email, you're traveling to Ireland. Is it easier to take a bike? What's the weather like? Is it dangerous to cycle? Can I stay over with you at the end of my trip? So very, very clear questions. And again, I think approachable for all the levels really. Then we come to 4, 5, and 6, which are reaction questions. Okay, so yes, the Olympics came up, but the Olympics came up in a really, really broad question, which was what a joy to get together every 4 years for this sports event. Okay, react, right? Now, you could have said anything really about sport. Now, if you are one of the students that would have prepared parity. Do you remember parity of athletes in sport, an equal number of men athletes, an equal number of women athletes? You could still bring that in because you're really looking for it, especially this year, because of what's happening, because of the measures that have been taken. So, nice question. Now, question 5, unfortunately, we all pollute. Do you agree? Okay, that's a very nice one. You've prepared it for the oral. Okay, what are the things that we must stop doing in order to save the planet? Remember? So yeah, that's just a matter now of putting it into an essay form with the structure. Last question, challenging. Okay, despite the wars, the famines, the natural catastrophe, it is important to remain optimistic. What do you think? Probably a question that a lot of people will have left challenging. So overall, open questions. You did need to take time to work out a structure, but student-friendly. Anything that we prepared for the oral would have been very useful. So all in all, I think a good higher living third paper.